Hello everyone, welcome back to Social Studies class. This is your teacher Mr. Clark, right? Now today we are going to be focusing on the ways in which we can become a citizen in Jamaica, right? In the last class we looked at citizenship and we looked at a definition for citizen. And the definition that we worked with is that a citizen is a person who belongs to a country and is therefore entitled to the rights and freedoms of that country, right? Now, as I said before, our focus for today is really to explore the different ways in which we can become a citizen of Jamaica, right? Now, the first way that we want to look at is citizenship by birth, right? You can become a citizen by way of birth. When you are born in a country, then you are considered to be a citizen of that country, right? Now, as it relates to citizenship by birth, there are certain conditions, or there is a condition that must be satisfied before you can consider yourself a citizen, right? After you have been born in the country, there is a process that you must go through, and that process is the registration process, right? You must be registered and you must get your birth certificate before you can officially consider yourself as a citizen, right? So what we're saying here is that you can actually be an alien in your own country, right? So not because you were born in the country, that does not mean automatically you're a citizen. You must get your birth certificate. Now we know for a fact that all persons that are born at hospitals, they are registered, right? The hospital normally register every birth, and they normally give you a piece of paper that you take to the Registrar Generals Department and you register the birth of that child, right? Now in Jamaica it is common practice for parents to have children at home. Well, I don't know if it happens so much like first time, but some parents, they still have babies at home, and when they have them at home, they don't normally, some of them don't normally go through the process of registering that birth, right? Now if that birth is not registered and the child does not receive a birth certificate, technically speaking, the child is not a citizen of Jamaica, right? Because the child does not have any proof of citizenship. Your birth certificate is your proof of citizenship, right? What I want you to remember, is that when a person dies, the family members have to look about a death certificate, right? Now, if you were not born, if the government has no record of your birth, then you cannot receive a death certificate, because technically, if you never born, you can't dead, right? So you need to ensure that you get your birth certificate as proof of citizenship before you can be considered a Jamaican citizen, right? So that's the first way. The second way is through marriage, right? Now this applies to immigrants. If you are an immigrant, that means you come from another country and you come to Jamaica and you want to become a Jamaican citizen, you can do so by getting married to a Jamaican citizen, right? So if you are a foreigner who comes here and want to stay here, and you don't want to get naturalized or any other way, you can become a citizen by getting married to a Jamaican citizen, right? And then you are registered as a Jamaican citizen. Good. The third way is by way of adoption, right? Now I don't know if many persons know this, but Jamaican parents, they can actually adopt children from overseas, right? You can adopt a child from overseas that lives in another country, and as soon as you have filled out all the necessary or the legal requirements, that child automatically becomes a Jamaican citizen, right? So that is citizenship through adoption. The fourth way is by way of naturalization, right? Naturalization again applies to immigrants, persons who come from overseas and want to attain Jamaican citizenship. What they can do is that they can live in the country for a minimum of 5 years, and after those 5 years they can apply to the government to become a citizen, right? So that person is a naturalized citizen. Okay? The fifth and final way is by way of descent, right? Now this applies to persons that are born in foreign countries to Jamaican parents, right? Let me repeat, you are born in a foreign country to Jamaican parents or parent, right? It might be one parent, might be both parents. Once you're born in a foreign country and your parents are Jamaican, that means that you have Jamaican connections and you are technically a Jamaican citizen. Now for most persons, you are a citizen of the country that you were born in, right? The foreign country that you were born in, and you are also a citizen of Jamaica. That makes you a dual citizen, right? And for those persons who don't remember, from the last class, we said that a dual citizen is a person who has citizenship in 2 countries. Alright? So basically, let me go back through what I've just looked at, the different ways in which you can become a citizen. 1, birth. 2, marriage. 3, adoption. 4, naturalization. And 5, descent. That is it for today. I will see you in the next class.